Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Um, this is your brother once again, coming right back at you to make you understand what is happening in the world in this last human generation that we are living under. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know why the things that you're seeing around the world and right here in the States are happening? Do you know that prophecy is being fulfilled right before your eyes, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? Are you gonna keep on believing the lies that have been shown to you? Are you going to keep on allowing the world leaders to manipulate you into oblivion of any sense of self-consciousness? Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this video is to help you unmask your world leaders and their lies throughout human history. Okay? So here we go. The unmasking of the world leaders throughout human history. After God created humanity on this flat earth of ours, a lie began straight out of the mouth of humanity's enemy, whose name is, believe it or not, Satan, the devil, that old serpent. And this lie has trickled down through human history with all of its hopeless false beliefs, philosophies, political systems, religious rituals, senseless science, academic indoctrinations, and monetary systems. Up until this last human generation, from our first parents, Adam and Eve, to Noah's time of the flooding of the earth, of the flood, to our time. Ladies and gentlemen, America is the second beast. She's known as and I have mentioned this to you in the past. Okay? So first of all, ladies and gentlemen, you have to really look at the links that I sent you. Because if you don't see them, then there's not backing up of what I talk about here, what I say here. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States of America is the modern Babylon system. She is the daughter of Babylon, which is the first beast, who is the Roman Catholic Church. I've said that to you many a times in the past. In fact, I have said this for years. So, the United States of America, it's not a republic. It has become a corporation where everybody wants to get a piece of, including your so-called leaders, your presidents, your politicians. They have manipulated you. They have manipulated you into oblivion of any sense of truth. You actually have believed that your vote count, and they want you to keep on believing that lie. See, systems are based upon lies. Ever since humanity's great enemy, the devil, came on the scene. Okay, and I'm going to show you the similarity. Okay, so here we go. America was robbed back in 1913 with the creation of the IRS and the Federal Reserve Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, the Federal Reserve Bank has nothing to do with the United States government. Get that through your head. They are bankrupting the United States because they know, see, even back in 1913, since they know, ladies and gentlemen, these devils know this Bible left and right, up and down. They know the Bible. So they knew America's destiny. And they took advantage of it. So the Freemasons took over America. And the Federal Reserve Bank are a bunch of Satanists. Which, I mean, if you look at the history of how the Federal Reserve Bank was certified, then back in, it was created back in 1913, then certified back in 1916. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a shame. Americans' money is not in it. America's interest is not in the Federal Reserve mind. The same thing for the IRS. The IRS are the enforcers, are the cartels that come after you when you owe them money. And you may say, well, Ruben, why do I owe money to them? Because that's how the mafia and the cartels works. They want a piece of what you work hard for. It's like a thief robbing you, coming up to you and holding you up and taking all, or going or a home invasion and taking all your personal belongings, your money, your jewelry, you name it. It doesn't matter what happens on the streets, in your homes, okay? The fact of the matter is that's how the IRS work. 3 months out of your paycheck goes to them. And people get so excited when tax checks come around. Little do they know that they just giving you a portion of what they actually taken out of you. And then after you get that money and you buy, they tax you everywhere. You go to the store, they tax you. So they are like demons, they're everywhere. Let me keep on reading. See, man upon this earth cannot deny, even if he wanted to, that he has followed its God's footsteps to the T. And of course, once again, this God of theirs, this God of course being the devil, and I can prove it to you right here and now using the Bible. Please take a look around the world and ask yourself, why do all of the most powerful leaders in the United States and Europe doing what they're doing and supporting what they are supporting? In terms of humanity's well-being, which in reality is nothing but a lie. It's nothing but death and destruction. Okay? Now, let us go to Genesis chapter 3. Genesis chapter 3, ladies and gentlemen, goes as follows. Okay? Genesis chapter 3 goes as follows. Now, the serpent, chapter 3, verse 1. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made, and said unto the woman, had God said, you should not eat of every tree of the garden? Right there, the manipulation starts. Right there, the brainwashing system starts. This reminds me of me knocking on people's door. That's the knocking at the door of me when I used to sell I used to be a door-to-door salesman many years ago. That's the knocking of the door. Now let's keep on going. 2, and the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. This is her opening the door. Okay? Consciousness door. Number 3, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said you should not eat of it, neither should you touch it, lest you die. 4. Now that you open the door, the devil is going to work you, just like I used to work people's mind when I used to be a door-to-door salesman. That's what selling is all about. It's about lying, ladies and gentlemen. And the serpent said unto the woman, you should not surely die. 5. Right? Now he's already in the house. He's already, it's like me again knocking at the door. I'm already in the house. If I'm in the house, if I'm in your apartment or whatever, I would not leave your premises without you buying something from me. 5. For God doth know that in the days you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Ladies and gentlemen, you see what's happening here? Do you see what is happening here? The devil worked our mother perfectly, and she ate it all up. All based upon a lie. And ever since then, humanity has followed that lie. So, and many lies have been invented ever since for their benefits. So now we all know the result of this lie. But, once our first parents disobey our Creator, then it was all downhill. There went the neighborhood. There went humanity. And then we begin to die. Okay? So, there was no point. We were at the point of no return. That's it. Cause and effect. Action, reaction, of which God told them not to do. And that is exactly what we did. So, now the result of that was death. Okay? Because the wages for sin is death. It says that in the Bible, in Romans. So, now what do world leaders through our history have done for their respective society? Death and destructions. The Babylon Empire, the Medo-Persian Empire, the Greek, and then the Romans. And then up to our current, up to our last human generations. Because whether you want to believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we are living in the last human generation, and there are things that are coming down the pipe that are going to destroy most of life upon this planet. And it is not going to be a nuclear war. Get that thing out of your head. Nuclear war will not be waged on as much as the devil would like it. Okay? You know why? Because nuclear war, ladies and gentlemen, will mean the end of all lives upon this planet. So, but in the meantime, here's what we've been doing. Abortion, okay? Which only a coward can do. It is the most despicable and most cruelest death. Abortion, because you are killing a human being that cannot defend itself. Number 2, same-sex marriages. Your world leaders in the United States and Europe they actually, hey, they push it for, and they support that. Disease creation. Do you know that scientists create diseases? Come on, you know this. Wars. There were wars. There were wars and rumors of wars. That's what That's what the human. That's what human history is composed of. Everybody going to war. Drug trafficking. Do you think that drug trafficking is being carried out by Colombians, Mexican cartels? Man, you got another thing coming. Ladies and gentlemen, wake the hell up. The greatest, the biggest, and the most powerful drug trafficker in the world is Big Pharma. And it is the United States and Europe bringing the drugs into Latin America. Here we go. 6, weather modification through chemtrails, but yet they got the audacity to talk about climate change. You see how they got you? And now you may say, Ruben, well, yeah, climate change is real. Well, if you want to believe that, yes. But let me tell you what climate change is and its purpose. Climate change is and was a deceitful satanic concept, just like religions was, to get the masses ready for the catastrophic events that soon will come down to this earth. In other words, when you see catastrophic events coming upon this earth, climate change. Remember when people were dying in this last 2.5 years around the world? What was the word? The C word. That person they must have had the C word. You know what I'm talking about. You understand? It is sad. So, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there's no denying that the world leaders, they support these humans' behaviors, like same-sex marriages, abortion. Why? And just talking about those two things, it leads to death. Abortion is death, instant death, and same-sex marriages is death. Because no two people of the same sex can procreate life. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Now, hold that thought right there. Now, what happened to our first parents? They disobeyed our Creator. And what happens? We've been dying ever since. So there's your proof. Now, some of you may say, well, time out. That was too easy, Ruben. What about the theory of evolution? Well, let me just tell you one thing. If Charles Darwin himself would have been alive, man, I would bet you anything that he would say, you know, I'm really sorry what I did. I was so bored out of my mind. I got into the Beagle, and I took a trip around the world for 5 years, and I ended up at the Galapagos, and then there I thought I made the greatest discovery of human history. That we all came from an explosion up in space when we cannot see space. There's no such thing as space. We are in an enclosed, Earth is an enclosed. There's no going to the moon. In fact, you want to know how easy you can tell when the moon landing have been realized? Just look at the name. Apollo 1, Apollo 7, Apollo 11. Now look at the latest supposedly trip to the lunar surface that they're talking about. Artemis. You know, Artemis, she was the Greek goddess for hunting. Ladies and gentlemen, humanity worship the devil through its many gods and goddesses. Please wake the hell up. It is about time that we wake. And what you do, so let me say something. We came through evolution, yet animals stays the way they are, and we are still humans. And yet, so wait a minute. So evolution is so evil that he created this human species upon this earth. And what are we doing? Destroying and eating each other up. Literally eating each other up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are no longer God's intended creation. We have become demon possessed. And that's why we believe what we believe. We are brainwashed. This whole world is under a spell. And the purpose of this video is to break you out of that spell by inviting you not to join me, not to join my religion, because I don't have any, but to establish a strong relationship with your Creator. With no religion in the middle, no man no man, no, you establishing a strong, you going back to your Creator. In fact, if we go to Revelation chapter 18, look what God tells us. God is saying on Revelation chapter 18, it says, verse 1, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. 2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornications, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Ladies and gentlemen, this is obviously talking about the United States of America, okay? Which is the second beast, which it is mentioned in Revelation chapter 13, starting on verse 11. And verse 4 says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you not be partakers of a sin, and that you receive not of her plagues. So there you have it. It is up to you. Okay? So you can see the similarities. You can see, I just proved to you that your Freemasonic world leaders, okay, have been bamboozling you, okay? Lying to your face, telling you vote for me when they know that your votes don't count. That's the first lie, okay? Because your presidents are nothing but puppets, being guided by the puppet master, the one that controls the money. I mean, it is so obvious. It is common sense that I'm just shocked that you don't. Are you that brainwashed that you don't see that? The people that control the money are the one that runs the show. And most of the American presidents, all of them have been Freemasons. From George Washington, okay? And they want you to believe another lie, which they tell you that George Washington was the first president of the United States. That's what they teach on your history books when it's a lie. There were 16 other presidents, okay, that pre-existed, that existed before any George Washington came on the scene. Oh no, Ruben, but when he became president, he was the official, of course, because America was already hijacked by the Freemasons. Hello. So whatever they say, it was what it was, and it is what it is. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, there's your proof. If you want to believe on the lie of evolution, that we came from a cosmic soup, and it's up to you. Because even, like I said, Charles Darwin would tell you that that was a lie. He made a mistake. But you know what? People will call him crazy. Oh, he's just an old man who has gone crazy. Maybe middle-age crisis. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it is sick. We are no longer humans. We are only humans by names. We are possessed souls, evil possessed, demonic possessed souls. That's why you see people killing each other for nothing. I mean, you talk about road rage. A pregnant lady the other day was shot over road rage. You understand? That's the kind of world we live in. So forget about, oh, crime is going up. Of course, that's what your world leader, that your political leaders want in their. They don't have to worry. They have their own security details all set up. Okay? They don't care about you, ladies and gentlemen. Please. And they're not going to wake up. It's not in their best interest. It's not in their best interest to be awakened. Because the minute it's like what happened to John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy opened his mouth too wide. After you are part of the Freemasonic and you open your mouth, they will take your tongue out and cut it completely. They will cut it out. Well, that's what they did to Mr. John F. Kennedy. He came from a family, from a Freemasonic family. And they destroyed all of them, man. I mean, they were coming after the Kennedys like there was no tomorrow. The demons were coming for them. They were like, it's time to pay the pipers, mother flowers. And they did. Why? Because this man is starting opening his mouth and talking about secret societies. In fact, I may include the speech that killed John F. Kennedy. You open up your mouth after you are part of the club, you could forget about your dead man. You and your family. May God bless you. And please do not forget to take a look at the links that I sent you, because they back up what I talk about here. But please, you need to go back to your Creator. Have a strong relationship with your Creator. I'm not going to say America needs to go back to its Creator, because America was never founded on spiritual or religious principles. Of course not. America was founded on lies, stealing, and thievery and blood, of innocent blood. If not, what about my brothers Native Americans that was slaughtered by the countless millions from Canada to the United States. You understand? And you think you got problems? And then the ones that still remain, look at them. They are out of their freaking mind. High on drugs and a bunch of alcoholics. And yet the government wants to help them now. Oh, you want help? You see how they play you? Ladies and gentlemen, America is the most naive nation upon the face of this earth. And that's why it has been taken advantage of. And that's why America itself is under a spell. By the way, you think that Mr. Biden really cares about the immigrant? The effect have been the opposite. I'm gonna send you an article. I'm gonna see if I can find the video of it, where, ladies and gentlemen, there's a morgue that is being overrun. They don't have any more place for any dead immigrant bodies. Okay, this is what is happening at the border, ladies and gentlemen. It is a crisis and a half. Because they want to come to this United States of America. Because this United States of America and Europeans have completely destroyed their land. And now they come into America. That's like coming to Egypt. That's like the Israelites going back to Egypt. The real Israelites will be out of America soon. And only the blind ones, the deceived ones, are the ones that are coming and dying and will die here. The devil hates God's chosen people, which are the Native Americans, Hispanics, and of course, the tribe of Judah, the American Negroes. Okay? Whom people call them African American, which is there's no such thing. It's sad. You cannot be identified under two freaking continents. There's no such thing as African Americans. You are that belong to the tribe of Judah, period. And you and people, God's chosen people, are living under the curses. Now, does that mean that white folks are, there's no such thing as white folks in the Bible. Does that mean that white folks are the devil and they are condemned? Of course not. We are all one race, one creation under God. Because after all, we are going to be judged according to how we live our lives. Okay? That's how we are going to be judged. We're not going to be judged by the color of our skins. That's just sick. That is the devil talking. That is the devil's talking point. That's why he wants to learn. He wants to teach your kid race theories in your schools to prepare them to hate other peoples based upon the color of their skin. But that's part of the devil's many games. For instance, Black Lives Matter was a well-orchestrated brainwashing, mind trick play on the masses worldwide, and it worked. And look, only the people that the people that founded this thing, they live in the life. They got the millions. And here's my advice to them is enjoy what you can. Because I want to see your explanation. How are you going to explain this away when God comes? And not only that, you don't believe in God anyway because you believe in Marxism, right? You are trained Marxist, so you say. And you want to destroy the nuclear family, the family how God intended to how God intended the family to be. So you have another thing coming. Enjoy all your millions of dollars that you took from the people, the many donations that they gave you. In the meantime, people are killing each other in in Chicago. Our brothers and sisters are killing each other. You think they care? Black Lives Matter care? You understand? You've been taken for a ride. In fact, they don't even care. The number one capital murder city in America, which is New Orleans right now. It used to be St. Louis. It's like this. These people are fighting for title. I mean, really? May God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Our peoples are suffering everywhere. And all these hurricanes and all these volcanoes around the world that you see, all the tsunami that you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the beginning. This ain't nothing compared to the catastrophic events that will unfold upon this earth very soon. Are you ready? May God bless you. Y'all take care.